Is a hellfire sword stronger than a fire sword? To answer that question, I would have to say yes. Not because hellfire is any hotter than regular fire, because heat has no limit. It just keeps increasing until it reaches infinite levels of heat. Thing in popular culture is hellfire is normally of a supernatural influence or element. So not only does it burn you, it burns your soul too. So if a hellfire sword user and a fire sword user were to go up against each other, barring any unforeseen circumstances, I would bet on the hellfire sword user because they can burn you and your soul. Or the fire itself just has some supernatural magical quality to it that puts it one step above. Even if it's not that much, it just gives it that little bit of boost that puts it above just a regular fire sword or regular fire. What's up, nerd? Oh, no. What's up, nerd and nerdettes? You guys have questions and I have plenty of answers. So to let you guys know that I care, if you want a question answered about a power that I've already done or broken down, expect a video at the beginning of each week. So continuing from there, I guess, let's get started with this segment of Q and Shey. And I swear I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just going to automatically do some spell correcting for you guys so I could just keep this moving smoothly. We're all fast typers. There's no need to make fun of someone who spelled something wrong because they were in a hurry. Would you also lower the temperature if there's no light? And as you can see, the Shey person responded down below. Logically speaking, you would be correct. Light is a form of energy, and most forms of energy produce heat. And in the vice versa with heat producing energy, that energy can and will in some cases produce light. So it's kind of a revolving door effect. One influences the other and the other influences the other. Those who fear the darkness have never seen what the light can do. What does that mean? This question goes hand in hand on what I talked about in darkness manipulation. Check that video out if you get a chance. The element of darkness has an innate level of fear and unpredictability or even unknowable aspects attached to it. And because fear of the unknown is the most primal type of fear, fearing something you don't know or don't expect, and those themes are pretty much darkness's purview, think about it like this. If something that you can't detect or can't perceive or that you just have no knowledge of freaks you out, because there's still a lot about darkness that we do not know to this day, then light should definitely freak you out because we can definitely see that it creates heat, which causes destruction if not controlled. The illuminating and inspirational parts of light can cause a form of fanaticism, which if the Crusades or any other form of harmful religious persecution is anything to go off of, that should be pretty scary because we can literally see its effects. Shoot, even on a more meta level, yeah, light is normally associated with good, but is it a good thing that you can now see the giant monster that's trying to attack you instead of when it was in darkness, you thought it was the darkness instead of the monster? I made you think, didn't I? Question. Is there a power where you could turn an object state of matter kind of like how transmutation works, except where you can't turn a solid into another solid, but into another one of the potentially infinite states of matter? That's a pretty good question. And to answer it, I would say yes. I mean, it's still a form of transmutation, but it's a more specific form of transmutation. Long story short, you're looking for something called property manipulation, which is an extremely overpowered ability, which allows you to warp reality without anybody being much of the wiser. An example, making air as hard as glass, or somehow harnessing the power of a fire, but slowing down the molecules of a fire just enough to where it freezes instead of burns things, but still keeps its plasma-like shape. Or even simpler, making something hard and sturdy like metal or rock become as soft and flaccid as rubber, or even paper, if you will. The reason why I call that ability overpowered is because there's a reason why a rock is the way a rock is. It's not supposed to be flexible. It's a rock for a reason. So if you make a rock flexible, is it really a rock? Well, it is, but is it? Well, it is. But is it? But if you don't want to wait, then check out this ability in the meantime. People seem to underestimate what this one can really do. But if you want to see your question answered in the same manner, then hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for your support, and I'll run into you guys again in the breakdowns. See you in the next one.